While quantum physics opens the door to adopt new conceptions of the universe and of the way phenomena unfold by breaking free from the chains of Newton's laws or of Einstein's principles, on the other hand, it forces us to address the validity and universal applicability of these laws in the context of quantum mechanics. The former, established upon macroscopic experiences and an image of the universe as mechanical and predictable, faces the unpredictability and non-localism through which particles at the quantum level behave. The latter, which revolutionized our understanding of space, time, and gravity, also tends to show its limitations when we try to describe the most infinitely small phenomena in the universe, where the rules seem to change. These considerations prompt us to consider whether a different kind of connectivity is at play in the universe, beyond the notion of connections from classical and relativistic physics. Under this new mode of being, the universe would not be a collection of distinct parts, each of which interacts only in a limited way under particular laws, as suggested by classical mechanistic physics. Rather, it would be an integrated whole, where the distinction between spatial and temporal, between cause and effect, and between observer and observed breaks down. In this expanded view, one might imagine a principle of universal connection with the understanding of the universe as a non-fragmented whole, not just in the sense that physics sees the universe as a set of interconnected systems, but in the sense of the whole being the source of all of the parts at once. This principle would suggest that every part of the universe is to some degree tied to every other part. These connections would not simply be through local, physical interactions in the traditional sense, such as gravity or the forces between charged particles, but through a more general, subtle field that we are only beginning to recognize. In more penetrant terms, there may exist physical mechanisms, as yet undiscovered, where actions taken at one point in the universe have a distant effect on other parts of the universe, by means that are not yet understood in the traditional framework of energetic interactions, but which are no less real. This concept brings to mind Rupert Sheldrake's notion of morphogenetic fields, for example, which are supposed to influence the development, structure, and behaviors of living and non-living systems, and are not explained by current physical laws. The concept of universal connections invites us to see ourselves not as isolated entities in the universe, but as punctuations in a fabric of existence that carries us in ways of which we may be only dimly aware, and where every thought, every action, every emotion contributes in some small way to the reality that we inhabit. In a very real sense, this notion raises profound questions about our understanding of what consequences are, what our ethical obligations are, and to whom these obligations are due. Challenging Newton's and Einstein's theories is not a denial of their extraordinary contribution to science and our understanding of the universe. It is an expansion of human knowledge toward a greater, more comprehensive reality, a reality of true interconnectedness, a reality that demands new ways of understanding and perhaps new theorems from which to gain knowledge. In this endeavor, quantum physics and its philosophical implications are a critical way of navigating the new contours of an ever deeper understanding of the nature of existence. Taking the concept of a universe of interdependent elements and relationships to its final dismissal of any traditional rendering of the idea of God highlights the ways in which reconfiguring life must necessarily call into question more than just traditional concepts of science. We have shown that when we explore a universe where every part is bound intrinsically to every other part, the traditional barriers between sacred and profane, divine and material in our wisdom traditions become meaningless. This new approach to spirituality and our concept of the divine does not deny them to us. It revises them within a broader understanding of the experience of the sense of the sacred and the essence of the spiritual, where the divine is no longer the other who is outside, but is the eternal reality beneath and infusing all existence. That is its nature. In an infinitely interconnected universe, it is intrinsic to the universe, manifesting itself in every one of those infinite interactions and connections that make up the definition of existence itself. This may lead to a new way of understanding spirituality, one that is grounded on acknowledging the fundamental unity of everything that exists. Spirituality in such a context becomes a profound exploration of the textures of existence, a commitment to know and be in harmony with the complex networks of relations that form our universe. It is no longer about seeking the divine outside of ourselves or clinging on to dogmas, but about recognizing the immanent sacredness in every being and act in consequence. This vision may also lead to a spirituality that is more inclusive and holistic, that embraces the rich tapestry of human experiences and reclaims our connection with the wider cosmic context. In such perspective, our responsibility towards the environment and other beings may come more naturally, as every action in the connected web of relations that is the whole affects the whole. Finally, this vision of spirituality may give rise to a greater inclination towards open-mindedness and the breaking down of dogmatic boundaries. Truth in this mindset is not a fixed doctrine or dogma, but a living and dynamic experience that springs forth from direct and sustained interaction with the world. It is a personal and collective journey, a relentless process of questioning and inquisitive wonder before the mystery of existence. Reconfiguring our understanding of spirituality in such a way may be seen as an audacious step towards a future where our interdependence with the cosmos is fully embraced. This new outlook carries with it the potential to transcend the divisions and tensions that have plagued religious and spiritual discourse, by opening us to a sense of the sacred that is at once universal and concrete, transcendent and immanent. In the end, debunking the traditional idea of God and coming to an embodied vision of a more connected, interdependent approach to spirituality could not only transform how we understand the spiritual, but also inspire ways we could choose to live together on this planet, remaining in awe, respect, and loving care for the whole web of it all.